Hello, beloved listeners, and welcome to Snake People at the Movies, film criticism by people who actually like film. Join us as we dive into movies we love, movies we respect, and movies we wish we could unsee. It's the podcast where we talk about growing up and living queer, nerdy, and depressed, online and at the cinema. From your favorite children of the 90s, it's Sneople at the Movies. I'm Ezra.
I'm Helena.
And I'm Matty. The gang is back together, thank God.
We did it. We did it. With the boys of summer have returned.
After the boys of summer are back on the air.
Yeah, I don't know. That fell apart completely. My brain, the wires got crossed between Backstreet's Back and the Boys of Summer, and the Boys of Summer won because I like that song better.
God, I want that mix up so that mixtape thing so bad, right? I want it.
Yeah.
Oh God, what is that other song that's of a similar vein that I'm thinking of? Doesn't matter. I'll find it later.
Blurt it out in the middle of the show, please.
Boys of Summer, Backstreet's
It's
Back,
in A Knight's Tale because I just watched A Knight's Tale.
And Graduation by Vitamin C. And then mix it all together.
There we go. That is like the middle school graduation song of our dreams.
Killing me instantly, but like in a good way.
Yeah, but positive.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Welcome back. The gang's all here, and we were flipping through our mental Rolodex of what the hell are we going to make this podcast about, and it stopped on not Hannibal Lecter's doing his fucking recipes and then also people who were rude to him. That's my reference for Rolodexes now, I'm so sorry.
No, totally
every time
fair.
I say the word Rolodex, all I can think of is like, flip,
Hannibal Lecter.
Oh yeah, this guy's a jackass. Time to fucking eat his kidneys. I don't know.
Time to dice. Time to slice and dice.
Time to slice and also dice. Anyway, yeah, welcome to, the good kind of nostalgia bait. It's movies of 1999.
That's right. I've talked about this book multiple times on the show that Helena got me last winter season. That is like just movies of the 90s, specifically of 99. And I was like, man, maybe we should do an episode on that. Like, I've talked about that book more than once. Why don't we do that? And I'm stoked. I'm excited to get into it. There's a lot of these movies flipping through the, wiki page, and I'm like, man, I have not seen these, but, I've heard so much about them, I'd really like to. And also, there's a lot that I very much have seen more than once.
Yeah. There's a lot of these that I, specifically own on DVD.
Yeah.
or my
VHS
parents own
tape.
it on VHS. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just from 1999, which is very weird.
Specifically.
Yeah, truly a banger year for cinema in America, and I presume elsewhere. I don't know. I'm an illiterate peon who mostly only watches. I don't only watch movies made in English, but for the most part, I watch movies made in English because I don't know, circumstances.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I don't watch very many movies in English these days either because I don't have any fucking free time.
Fair enough. Yeah, there's a couple of movies that I saw that I also haven't seen, but I know of because I am familiar with the directors that I put on here. That, like All About My Mother by Pedro Almodovar and Beau Travail by Claire Denis, like that. Those came out in 1999. There's a few other ones that I saw when I was browsing the list of 1999 movies where I was like, well, that's a thing. But I was trying to stick it to major ones that I feel like if they hadn't had a cultural impact on our lives, at least a larger cultural impact that to the point where even though I haven't seen them, I still know about their influence.
Yeah.
Right.
So, that's just the list the tiny little list not really tiny list that I compiled.
But yeah, pretty decent list actually. Thank you, Helena.
Yeah, it's a pretty good list, I think. I was very excited to see Deep Blue Sea on there. As
that is part of the reason that I wanted to suggest this, because I was like, oh, Deep Blue Sea. Excited to talk about that one again.
Yeah, always. I'm so sad it's not on Netflix anymore.
2?
Deep Blue Sea 2,
a friend of the podcast, Deep Blue Sea.
I'm pretty sure I was talking with somebody a week or two ago about how they're making another one.
Well, because they already made Deep Blue Sea 2. Deep Blue Sea 2 came out in 2018. That's the one where there's a scene where the sharks are eavesdropping on a conversation.
That's what I'm thinking of. Sorry.
Yeah.
There must be another movie that I associate with Deep Blue Sea that is getting a sequel. God knows what it fucking is, though. Anyway.
You'll remember it halfway through. It'll be good.
Oh, possible, but we'll see.
Let's leave that one up to chance.
Mm-hmm. So, what we've seen, I have not seen very much, which I have an excuse for, and it's pretty miserable. But I did see Dog Day Afternoon in theaters in 35mm, which was so good. I love that movie. So good to see.
So
in the
jealous.
Theater. Yeah, well worth it.
That whips.
Yeah, God. It was so good. Anyway, rewatched Whisper of the Heart, rewatched Fellowship, I watched The Birds for the first time, which, like, another one of those, like, movie everyone says is going to turn out to be good, and then the next day I watched Jaws, or no, other way around. Watched Jaws and then watched The Birds, which is like, that's a double feature, huh? What if nature was out to get you? I watched Stardust, I rewatched Stardust, rewatched A Knight's Tale, and rewatched The Matrix Reloaded, which I've not seen the second Matrix movie since high school, I think. My dad and I were like, what if we watched that? And like, yeah, man, I love The Matrix. I love Matrix movies. They're all really good. But most importantly, what I've been spending most of my time doing is continuing my Supernatural rewatch.
Yeah!
As of a couple weeks ago, I was in like early season 2, and now I am exactly halfway through season 4, so I've really been hauling ass. The last episode I watched was the 11th one, and it's really fucked up. That's one where they go into a house thinking it's a ghost, and it turns out there's 2 kids who have been living inside the walls for years.
Yes, that one's so messed up.
It's really yeah, because the person who's been living there, who was like, they killed first, was their dad, who was also their granddad. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's one of those
nasty
situations.
That's also in the middle of the Dean is out of hell and just fessed up to torture people in hell and is like really goofed up about it. That kind of arc. And so he's obviously comparing himself to those kids, and you're like, oh man, it's real nasty. Anyway, Supernatural is a show that I enjoy. It's not always very good, but I do think the earlier seasons have some good shit going on there. I am gonna stop at season 5 though.
Good plan.
Rock on. You are stronger than I. I agree. I mean, I think the fact that I have continued with Leia's assistance to watch on past season 5. I want to see Benny, and I need to get to Goodbye Stranger and feel the actual emotional weight of Goodbye Stranger, which makes me insane.
Yeah. Here's the thing: is I'm gonna then go to watch some other stuff in there. I'm gonna go to season 8 and watch the Benny arc and only the Benny arc.
You should. There's some stuff with in season 6 with like the man who would be king, that kind of thing, which is quite good. But like the whole thing leading up into the season 7 arc of like the Leviathan and everything, like Cass is doing stuff and it's like shady and he's betraying them all, and it's the
sure.
Oedipus like thing where not Oedipus. That is the wrong Greek name. Orpheus.
There we go. I was gonna say,
sorry, gang.
Where are we going?
I mean,
with
that's.
this?
I'm sure that's also happening somewhere in Supernatural.
I was like, he doesn't have a mom.
Undoubtedly.
He's an angel.
Oh no.
Okay.
No, the Orpheus and Eurydice.
I completely lost track of what you were talking about there.
I did too. I was thinking of episodes that hurt me in my soul, but I also have Dean Cass goggles on, so like that also might not be of much interest. But it's a pretty big thing that's pretty interesting to watch and pretty sad and destroys me and makes me upset. I'm gonna stop talking now because Supernatural is embarrassing to talk about.
Yeah, I was re-listening to the episode we did on Supernatural a couple years back, and I was like, this is really fun, but it's very funny to listen to us just, like, explain Supernatural. And I kind of wish that I could go back in time with someone who has, like, the full context for some of the stuff we were talking about now. Because back then I didn't remember a lot of it, and I'm like, alright, cool, let's do this again, shall we? But I'm not gonna make us do that. And then I've obviously been continuing my ongoing TNG watch, another great show that I love. I was talking to Leia and I was like, I don't think I would ever, like, recommend Supernatural as a show. It's a show I love, but I couldn't, like, wholeheartedly be like, you should watch Supernatural. But I would be like, you should watch TNG. I think TNG is good.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, especially now, like, I'm getting into... I just recently started on my TNG rewatch season 5, too. Yeah. So, like... getting into that, like, season 3 onwards, like season 4, season 5, it's like, oh, now it's like nothing but bangers.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting.
Now even I'm like, season 3 I need to get in on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm almost done with season 3, and I'm about to roll into season 4. And even season 3, there's a couple of, like, long spurts of, like, these all kick ass. These are all good. So, very excited for season 4, my beloved.
Yes.
I've been mixing that in with, like, I can't watch any more Supernatural. My brain is leaking out of my ears. I want to see my dad, Captain Picard.
Yeah.
I need him to save me. I need to see Worf.
God. Sometimes I just see screen caps from TNG and think the extent to which I just imprinted on Patrick Stewart like a baby bird is so funny.
Really absurd, yeah.
Since I'm rewatching Deep Space Nine right now as well, and I'm also in past season 4 of Deep Space Nine, I get double Worf. Just very excited. I tune into TNG and I'm like, there's my friend Worf. Especially now since we're getting into the Klingon Romulan Civil War aspect of it. So I'm like, double Worf. Then now he's on the show, so it's like double Worf, Worf Jetsia romance. There's my
double
best
Worf
friend.
All the way across the sky. Yeah.
And everyone's like, why are you so silent and tacted her? And I thought that Klingons were boisterous. He's like, I'm Russian. That's why. Everyone's so mean to him for being Russian. He's the Chekhov of the group.
That's right, yeah. Mm-hmm. The episode with him and his brother is so much, by God. Anywho, yeah, that's me.
Yep.
Okay. I watched, some fun... I watched, like, 3 movies that are for children that I enjoyed the shit out of. A friend of mine and I was like, just went over to her house and we watched, The Sword of the Stone, like the Disney movie from 1963, which I remembered imperfectly and is fucking hysterical. Like, that movie was extremely fucking funny. Also, all of the painted backdrops just, like, look mad good. And then we followed it up with The Black Cauldron, which I had never seen. I did not see The Black Cauldron as a kid, which is probably good because I would have been so scared to death.
It's so
movie.
Freaky.
It's so freaky.
Did you read those books?
No, for some reason, I don't remember reading them either.
I read one of them,
which is a bummer.
Finish the series.
I read the whole series more than once.
Fuck yeah. I have to say specifically, it was kind of waking me out for a hot second because me, a person who when I read, does usually not have a particularly strong, like, mental image of what's going on. I'm just reading. There's a part in the Sword of Shannara books where there's, like, an abandoned, like, keep that was, like, inhabited by, like, magic users that has been abandoned for, like, a really long time, and somebody has to, like, go in there, and it's haunted as shit, and I was watching The Black Cauldron, and I was like, why is this exactly the way that I imagined this one fucking part of the Sword of Shannara books? What's happening to me? Get out of my head. Yeah, so that was wild. That was really cute, and I'm glad that I watched it. And then I was having a weird evening because my roommate was out of town for a while, and I don't handle being by myself particularly well. And I was like, wow, I don't remember what I was gonna watch, but I was like, I don't know. And then all of a sudden I was like, what if I watch fucking Chicken Run? And I was tweeting about it, and Ben's like, watch Chicken Run. I was like, Ben, what are you doing right now? He's like, literally nothing. Let's watch Chicken Run. It's so funny.
So good.
Like, I forgot how funny that movie is. It's so funny. And it's got everything. It's got impeccable visual gags. It's got impeccable, like, linguistic gags. I changed my fucking Discord display to gravy pressure critical because nobody does a Rube Goldberg machine like the Wallace and Gromit people do, which it's one of my favorite things in anime. It's so funny! And then I was immediately confronted with the knowledge that they're making another one, like, now. And I'm like, I don't know how to feel about this. So, I'm reserving judgment on that one. But
we'll see, I guess.
Go watch Chicken Run.
Have you seen The Great Escape, Z?
Yeah, a long time ago, but yes, because that's the other thing, is that it's such a beautiful, you're like, also, this is incredible homage to The Great Escape.
I mean, I had Chicken Run on VHS, and I grew up watching it, and I didn't see Great Escape until I was in college, and after watching, while I was watching The Great Escape, I was like, I understand so much now.
No, I remember the first time I saw The Great Escape, and I was like, the movie Chicken Run has another incredible dimension to it now.
Yeah.
Wow, today I learned.
Yeah. I grew up with one friend who was a big Wallace and Gromit fan, or like one of their parents was a big Wallace and Gromit fan. Somebody had a whole bunch of Wallace and Gromit VHS tapes. And I love that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that actually may have been one of the, like, things that primed me to, like, be really into, like, British stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, like, I absorbed a lot of that humor as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
What the wrong trousers.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Let's see. Okay. I rewatched Raiders of the Lost Ark, which, absolutely bangs. I miss action-adventure movies that aren't inane bullshit.
Yeah, truly.
Also, wow, so much happens in that movie. It's just, that movie is just going at 70 miles an hour for the entire movie.
I know.
It's great. Also, it's a bisexual's paradise, and by that I mean Marion Ravenwood and whoever John Rhys Davies' character is. I guess Harrison Ford is there too. Like, he's hot, but he's not as hot as John Rhys Davies in that movie.
Fair enough.
I'm a type. Anyway, yeah. I watched the D&D movie with my parents. And it got the stamp of approval from my dad, of all people, who was like...
Nice.
He was like, no, I thought it was like... It was fun and original. And I was like...
Yes!
Yeah, no, it's still good. And it's even more fun to watch it the second time and sit there and pig out and think... Okay, I know what 5e mechanic that is. I know what 5e mechanic that is. If you did that as a drinking game, you'd die.
Yeah, no kidding.
That would be like trying to drink along with Withnail and I. A thing that apparently people do.
That will kill you.
Once,
yeah, that
presumably. It's the kind of thing that you only do one time.
One time. When you're 21.
Yeah, I don't know. That may be an urban legend. I watched Assault on Precinct 13 on today's episode of movie that everyone said was good is really good.
Yeah.
The movie is so good. It's so good. I am such
that movie doesn't fuck around.
I am such a John Carpenter fanboy. Like, I can't not be. I'm sorry. I'll watch anything. Because it's gotten me to watch fucking horror movies that I would never watch otherwise, because I'm like, okay, but it's a John Carpenter movie.
That's right.
I want to watch Halloween now.
Right? Yeah,
I know, but like me, a guy who fucking hates slasher movies, is like, okay, but I gotta watch Halloween now, and it's like...
Yeah, when we approach the Halloween season, that could be we can make that happen.
I love it. I look forward to it. Yeah, that movie is cast, like, whoever did the casting specifically for that movie is a fucking genius. Like, because I don't think that any of these people are particularly famous. Just every single person is absolutely impeccable. Yeah, so that movie fucks really hard. I really enjoyed the shit out of it. And then at some point I watched Two Towers, but I didn't put it on Letterboxd. I had to do it over like 3 nights because, I work.
Yeah, happens.
Started the new season of Strange New Worlds, and like rewatched some of season 1, which is it's just so good.
Helena.
I love that show.
It's so good.
Yeah, I need to start watching it.
Spock is literally baby girl. Can I just say that right now?
Yes, you can, and I'm not going to contradict you. Ethan Peck is really knocking it out of the park on this one.
Sorry,
he's so good.
Like, people were saying that, like, it's a point that I somewhat agree with that somebody was making on Tumblr, where it's like it's really hard for people who are new to Star Trek to get into a lot of these new shows because so much of it is dealing with legacy characters.
That's fair.
And then they keep Spock in particular is just like let him die, like let him be at rest, please. I understand
fair.
that, but also like listen to
also...
me. He is the world's most specialist boy.
No,
and I love him.
You're all wrong. He's perfect.
And
it's
Ethan
that
Peck
post
is
where it's like,
so handsome. It's a problem.
When my husband walks in, ask him how dinner was. Like, this is my most specialist boy, or whatever that fucking post. Doesn't matter. It's very funny. That's how I feel about Spock.
Yeah, no, it is, though.
Yeah. Are you winning, son? If Spock is here, I'm winning. I don't know. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
I
very much need to start that.
I restarted Andor, which I'm really glad that I restarted because holy shit.
Speaking
that
of the
show
world's
is
most
so
specialist boy.
fucking good. Also, like, every single time, it's like I almost can't look at Diego Luna for too long without just getting, like, it's like I just can't think about anything other than his cheekbones. It's like not, I'm like, yeah, it's a horny thing, but like it's gone past a horny thing. I'm just like, I don't know
appreciation of art. Yeah.
His face is a work of art. And he's just, I don't know, he's just so hunted. It's just this like, it's so many little tiny things that he's doing that just give this incredible, like, intangible, but like overwhelming air of being hunted. It actually, he reminds me of Toby Stevens in Black Sails in the way of just like, you're not doing anything flashy, and it's creating just like this aura around a character in terms of like a performance. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think that might be it. Oh yeah. I've also watched a lot of hours of the Pathologic for Those Who Will Never Play It videos. And I'm never going to play Pathologic, and I'm also kind of obsessed with Pathologic now.
It's really good.
Like, it's
just hard as fuck.
It's like, the storytelling is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's incredibly upsetting. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, yep, that's me. Oh, also, I've played, once again, I've played an incredible amount of, and I started Skyrim. And I started I bought Jedi Fallen Order, and I started playing it.
Yeah!
And, I would die for Cal Kestis.
Yeah! I still need to finish the second one.
That's my son! Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
That game looks really good. Yeah,
I have also, obviously, as I previously stated, begun Strange New Worlds. Strange New Worlds. Just watching it,
Yep. Yeah, being extremely normal about it.
Being so normal about Star Trek. That's like my job. And I also have begun... shirts. Yeah, I've also begun the final season of Endeavor. I'm emotional. I was like, can I get through a single episode of this without crying? Answer.
Didn't realize it. Like, I, for some reason, just, like, thought that it had ended before. Now I had no clue there were 7 fucking seasons of Endeavor. I think I've seen, like, 3 of them.
There's 9. Yeah.
There's 9?
Oh, yeah.
There's 9 seasons.
What?
This is the last season. I know.
This is the end.
This is literally... It's insane. And I was spoiled for a character appearance in the final episode because it's already premiered in the UK, and I accidentally went onto the Tumblr tag for it, and I was like, I'm gonna be a wreck.
Okay. Will you message me who it is, because I want to know, because it's gonna take me so long to get around to watching fucking, like, 6 more seasons of Endeavor.
I got you.
Yeah, I don't care. You can put it in the Sneople group chat.
I just did that. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Matty.
People are coming back, it's the thing. And there's also plot lines from like previous seasons that are starting to resurface. it's a final season shit. But also there's like this feeling of like everything's coming around and everything, like his life is just like closing in and becoming the depressing hole that it's going to be in the actual show. So I'm just like,
yeah.
We were talking about, was it Scream episode? We were talking about like the beginning of this season and how like the end of the season he has to become the man that he'll become in like the original show, and so you have to watch him turn into that man, which is, I think we were talking about it together and Ben was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, I'm gonna get him to watch it
Endeavor.
because then I have one more
really
person to scream about. I also watched an entire show in the span of like between recording our last episode. I began and finished We Are Lady Parts, which is like a 6-episode first season. Potentially there's going to be more. Created by Nida Manzoor, who also has a movie coming out or already out called Polite Society, which looks really incredible.
Looks very fun.
But We Are Lady Parts is something. It is really incredible. It was recommended a long time ago, and I just only got around to it now. About a all-Muslim female punk band. It is so good, and so creative and so funny, and also like weirdly reignited my love and interest in punk music in a way that nothing else has.
Hell yeah!
So I'm just like obsessed with that. So I highly recommend. That's on Peacock. If people have Peacock. Wait, that's not right. That's so confusing. I missed up my watched and rewatched tabs in my little list of things that I watched, and it threw me for a freaking loop. Okay, so I rewatched Before Midnight, and I cried because that is what I do when I watch a movie in the Before trilogy. I cry. I rewatched Tampopo finally because that was like my last Criterion purchase. I feel like before I was like, I can't buy any more Criterion DVDs because I am broke. For now, anyway. So that was the last one I got before then. Perfect movie. I love it. I was so happy to watch it again. It just filled my heart with so much joy. And I also rewatched The Red Shoes with the commentary, which was also really enjoyable. Is they have like several different people speaking on it from like different tracks. They compiled some of the stars of the movie, and then an expert, and then Martin Scorsese comes in and he's like, so this sequence, I'm going to bring in Martin Scorsese to talk about the ballet sequence and what he thinks about it. He's like, yeah, I borrowed part of this as an inspiration for Raging Bull. And I was like, okay, I understand you so much right now.
Sick as hell.
Yeah, it was really fun. I watched, just tonight, I watched Eyes Without a Face because I was like, I gotta get another movie in before Sneople, so I rewatched that one. Great, classic, French, horror movie that makes me cry at the end, you know how it is. I watched for the first time Designed for Living, which I think I talked about in the chat before, but that's another Ernst Lubitsch film, which was very delightful. Polyamory. Does it work? Answer, yes. Maybe. I watched Rebecca. I watched Holiday, which I absolutely adored. I am in love with it. Cary Grant, Katharine Hepburn, like that combination is insanely good. They're so charismatic apart and together. I also incidentally watched Bringing Up Baby to see them in like Bringing Up Baby is more of a screwball comedy than Holiday is, with Holiday's more of a comedy of manners than a screwball comedy. But in either situation, they were delightful. I watched Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Amongst Thieves for the first time. I liked it. It was very good. I cried at the end, which was like annoying because I was like, "Why are you doing this?" Right, but they got me.
It's real embarrassing to cry at the D&D movie. It makes sense that I do it because I cry at fucking everything. But it was still embarrassing to cry at the D&D movie.
I mean, Matty and I literally too. Side by side crying at the D&D movie
with our friends all there in the row.
Yeah,
probably
the same part too that I'm thinking of. Where I was just like, oh, I get it.
I mean, anyway. I assume so. That it was the end with the. Yeah. Anyway.
Chris Pine, delightful. Hugh Grant, delightful. Never a misbeat, never a miss moment. Hugh Grant, iconic. action sequences were really cool too. I wanted more of Renee Jean Page. It's like, oh, he's going.
So good. So hot.
Give me the Renee Jean Page spin-off for this movie. I'm not even like spin-offs are dumb, but also I need him to come back.
I was like really waiting for him. I mean, I was, towards the end, obviously we get a little bit of something, but I was like, I need him. This like cannot be the last of this man. I need him in my life.
No, he's so charming.
So charming. Such perfect deadpan delivery. He sells the like, I have been cut off from. I am extremely talented and extremely dangerous, but I have been cut off from society and lack this particular social skill and understanding of like idioms thing, which is actually really hard to pull off convincingly. He does it so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You buy his bit.
Yeah, I bought it totally. I bought everybody's bit. Everybody was selling their bits really well.
Yeah.
I watched Harvey, that's the one where Jimmy Stewart has an imaginary friend who is a rabbit. Enjoyed it. I watched I Know Where I'm Going, which is I absolutely loved, about an uptight English woman who falls in love with a Scottish man when she goes to an island, doesn't plan it. It's amazing. There's a whirlpool. I'm obsessed. I don't want to give like too much away about like the actual movie. It's hard to. There's a whirlpool. Romance movies, I've been watching a lot of romance movies, and I feel like my descriptions for them are going to be kind of the same. Like, there's a thing, there's a whirlpool, there's a Scottish man, you get the picture. It's the actual magic of it works in, like, the mood and, like, being swept up in it. I Know Where I'm Going is one of those movies along with Summertime, which is the movie I watched the other night, where, like, at the beginning I was like, I don't know if I'm feeling this, because it's taken a while to, like, sweep me up in it, but then once it sweeps you up in it, it's like I'm gone. Summertime is a David Lean movie from 1955 with Katharine Hepburn, Technicolor. She goes to Venice. She's like a lonely woman in her 50s, and she meets and falls in love with this Italian businessman. It is so romantic. I was dying. I was like weeping through like a third of the movie, which I was not planning on doing. You know how it is. That's just what it's like to be me. I also watched the Naked Spur, which is a Western that's part of the Criterion Collection's Anthony Mandirek's James Stewart collection, which he did a bunch of movies with him in the 1950s, mostly Westerns, like psychological dark Westerns. Naked Spur was good. I really liked it, especially once the ending hit. I was like, all right, this is working for me. It's like a Western, people were describing it as like a Western noir, but it's like also in Technicolor. I've been watching a lot of Technicolor lately. But in terms of mood, it was definitely kind of a noir feel. And there was a night when I was planning on watching an Italian movie, and I got home and I like passed out, and I was like, I can't watch a Fellini film right now. I think like that's not going to be fair to me or to Fellini. So I put on Final Destination instead.
How was it? I've never seen any of them.
I enjoy them immensely because it's kind of like the joy of watching Scream. I don't think they're as good as Scream. But like once you know the routine, once you know the setup and like how everything's going to break down, it's like, all right, bring it to me. How are they going to do it? I've seen the first two, and I think I've seen glimpses of the third one. And I was thinking about it because there's been a thing going around on Twitter, because all we do is quote tweets now because the website's broken.
Yeah.
Where like, what was a twist ending in a movie that really like flips your shit? And it was, people were sharing the ending of fifth Final Destination movie, which I'm just going to say it because it's been out for several years.
Yeah.
The ending ends up being a prequel to the first movie. And in the first movie, right, it's like the plot is they're all on a plane to go to Paris. This guy has a vision that the plane's going to explode, and he like gets pulled off the plane along with some other people. And then the ending of the movie, these two characters are on a plane and they see these guys fighting, and they're just like, oh, what was that about? It's like, oh, this guy had a vision that the plane was going to explode, and this guy's like, oh fuck, and then the plane explodes and they all die because that's what happens.
Because it's Final Destination.
Wild.
Yeah, man. It's a ride. I really enjoy it. The first movie, it's like the dread is really well set up. The kills aren't as like creative as they'll get in later movies. Because there's some really gnarly shit that happens in the later ones, which is very enjoyable. But it was a setup.
Yep.
So yeah, I was really devastated to learn that was the only one that I could watch for free. I kind of wanted to watch the rest of them, but yeah, I was like, I'm not paying money.
Okay.
To watch
For Final Destination? No.
So now I'm thinking about twist endings, right? Okay, sorry, Helen, keep talking.
Well, I mean, Final Destination also, I mean, that came out in 2000, which was just 1 year short of what we're talking about.
That's right.
1999.
Okay. So I have this is the story that I've been holding on to about 1999 movies and twist endings. Okay. Notably,
wait,
the sixth...
before we do...
Yes.
Before we do these things that are going to lead in better to our topic, I just want to say I made a Criterion purchase recently. I just want to share with you guys that I got Thelma and Louise and Night of the Living Dead. And it's been a fucking nightmare trying to get them because I moved recently, and so they keep like going to the old place and not showing up at all. So they resent it for a second time, but I'm hoping it'll show up at my current place. But I remembered that on the last episode you guys talked about Thelma and Louise coming out on Criterion, and I was like, wait, I never told you guys that I bought it.
Sick as hell.
And Night of the Living Dead. So sick very excited.
Yeah. Two excellent choices.
Good shit.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. Z, your story.
Yes. All right. So, The Sixth Sense. One of the notable hits of 1999. Although I gotta say, like, I feel like that was a cultural touchstone for a long time, but I feel like you don't see very many, like, Sixth Sense jokes anymore. Because 1999 was way longer ago than I want to admit it was. So, this would have been maybe, like, probably when I was, like, in 6th grade or something, so a few years after that, because I turned 8 in 1999. Long enough that The Sixth Sense showed up, like, on cable. And, I was over at a friend's house, and, we started watching it, and then, like, I was, like, not sleeping over, like, I had to go home, and so my mom came and picked me up, and we had decided, we were like, oh, okay, well, we'll just, like, both, like, go finish it at home. And I was like, okay, cool. And then my mom was like, psych, we have to go to the grocery store or something like that. So I missed it. And this was, of course, when, it was just, like, it was on TV. I didn't record it or anything. Like, I didn't, like, go ask my dad to record it off because he used to be able to do that. Godspeed to my father, who probably still has that VHS of the PBS broadcast of Company with Raul Esparza. That he had for years. Anyway, and so I didn't watch the back third of The Sixth Sense. And my friend, not realizing that I had not finished watching the movie when we saw each other in school, was like, yo! And just totally spoiled the end of the movie, like, before I could get the words out that I hadn't watched it.
Oh, oops. No!
Yeah, and then I never bothered to watch the movie. So that's the story of why I've never seen The Sixth Sense.
Whereas for me, my Sixth Sense story is I was at a friend's house. We happened to randomly catch just the end of The Sixth Sense right before my mom picked me up. So I've never seen it because I already knew what the ending was. So I've got, like, the filler part of your story.
This is why we're best friends, Matty.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a good movie. I recommend watching it all the way through. I also, like, I don't know where I heard it. I think by the time I was aware of it, I just, like, knew the ending. Like, the ending was just, like, part of the cultural, like, commentary and stuff. And I just, like, found it out. And actually, when I watched it all the way through, my dad was like, were you surprised by the ending? And I was like, actually, I already knew it going in. And he was like, what? Like, he was so disappointed that I already knew the ending. And I was like, well, I mean, it was a good movie. Either way, it didn't really bother me. But, like, yeah. All of our Sixth Sense experiences tarnished.
I feel like the thing about the movies of 1999, just, like, looking at this list, is, like, because of, like, one, there are just some serious bangers on here. Like, there are a lot of movies on this list that had quite a bit of, like, cultural staying power. Either because they just did or because they were good or both. There are so many movies on this list that are like, yeah, if you had asked me, like, what, like, capital C cinema, what meant when I was, like, 11, it would have been me listing shit like these, like, the, like, really high-budget Oscar bait dramas that I feel like they don't make anymore in the same way. You know, like, you'll get a whole bunch of really famous people in an Oscar bait drama, but it'll be some, like, not shoestring budget, but, you know, it'll be some, like, lower budget, like, real intimately filmed indie movie or whatever, and you're like, wow, like, how did you afford to have all these people? Oh, they worked for scale because it was a passion project. As opposed to, like, I don't know, fucking, what was it? What was the one that I specifically was like? I think it was the Cider House Rules. Like, shit like that.
Yeah.
They don't make them like that anymore. That's a value-neutral statement. I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing, but I feel like that, like, that... And also it's possible that, like, they're out there and I'm just not watching them. But I really do think that that was, like, a specific era of Oscar bait drama that is just, like, over. Much in the way that, like, it went... And it feels like many things that went the way of, like, the .com bust. Like, there were the excesses of the 90s. I feel like some of these movies just, not, like, opulent, but just in a, like, oh, like, you know, everybody can have it all kind of a thing. That there was that was sort of the cultural feeling. And then, you know, because it was supposed to be the end of history or whatever. And then it wasn't.
And then time continued.
And then, unfortunately, history kept happening.
Yes.
Anyway,
I think it's fascinating that, like, just, like, kind of related to what you said, that, like, Eyes Wide Shut came out this year and just ends up being Kubrick's last movie. Like, Kubrick doesn't get to enter the 21st century.
That's insane.
I think that's
they were like,
so
nope.
funny to
they
me.
were like, nope. It's like Moses can't enter the promised land. Kubrick can't enter the 21st century.
He will in spirit, in the form of Steven Spielberg taking over artificial intelligence, but the man himself cannot enter the pearly gates.
No, he got Y2K'd.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, God bless.
That was rude.
I mean,
that was oof. Sorry.
Like, Cider House Rules, I haven't seen and therefore have no opinion on, but that definitely did win, like, a few Oscars and was nominated for a few, right? American Beauty won Best Picture. Yeah. I don't really care for that movie, but, like, it was definitely, I think...
This is such an insane list to me. Like, the idea that there are so many movies on here that, like, if you had, like, stopped me in the street and demanded to know what year, like, Dogma came out, and then you told me that Dogma came out the same fucking year as, like...
Toy Story 2?
Yeah! I would have been like, you're messing with me, I have to look this up.
Dogma is really funny because I have never seen it.
I'm like,
Dogma's
a very
one
90s
scene
movie.
from it.
Dogma
is a very
Dogma?
90s. I've never seen Dogma. I have seen. It's impossible to find, practically. I mean,
Watch
you can find it somewhere.
Watch Dogma with Leia. Leia really likes that movie.
I haven't seen it in a dog's
Are we thinking
age.
of the wrong movie? Am I thinking of the... Hang on. Pardon me if I have to eat my words.
I've seen one scene from Dogma that a middle school friend showed me.
I've seen this movie like 3 or 4 times.
Never seen it. One scene, Alan Rickman scene, because my friend Devin showed it. Friend at the time, Devin showed it to me.
I feel like I could probably guess. I could probably guess which Alan Rickman scene it is. Too.
Yeah, we all know which scene it is. Because, like, for some reason, even at that age, we were like, are we allowed to be horny for Alan Rickman? Let's not talk about it, but let's watch this scene from Dogma over and over again. That's what that feeling was. So I've never seen it, but I always know what it is. Because I'm like, oh, that's the Alan Rickman's Angel. Even though he's, like, a minor character in that. Not like a minor character, but, like, a supporting role in that movie. I'm just like, I don't care. I don't know who any of these other idiots are. Ben Affleck, Hussey, don't care. Yeah, so, like...
I rewatched it with Leia not that long ago, and I feel like I was like, oh, yeah.
How did you watch it? Did you like? I mean, like, what service did you use?
I have no earthly idea. I may have rented it from YouTube. I give up and rent things from YouTube fairly frequently.
It's just one of those movies that's like, there's no physical. It's out of print. There's no physical release for it. So like, getting a hold of it is tricky. I know.
I remember feeling like there were some things that hadn't aged particularly well, which I feel like is very, very grates on me in a specific way from 90s movies. Because, you know, it's being confronted with my childhood or whatever. But I do remember thinking, I was like, okay, yeah, no, that holds up. Also, Dogma is way funnier after you've watched Supernatural. I'm not even kidding. In intermediate, because I watched it a long time ago, like in high school or something, and then I watched it again, having watched the first 5 seasons of Supernatural, and was just like, this is a different movie to me now.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
I also have not seen Dogma probably since early college, and I was thinking somewhat recently, like, man, I should watch that again. And you saying that now means I should definitely watch it again.
Yeah. You should definitely watch Dogma. Or like Titus. I had no fucking clue that was like from 1999. Inexplicably, I have seen that movie. I think I must have watched that movie like for a college class.
That's another one that I haven't seen. That's like
I'm like 90% sure I did like a 1-credit Shakespeare in film class, and then I'm pretty sure I got in a fight with the professor about something, because that sounds like the kind of thing I would do.
Yes, it does.
Unfortunately, I will die on the hill of the merits of the Kenneth Branagh Hamlet. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm saying it sets out to do a particular thing and does it quite well.
You have said this on this show before.
I thought of you, Ezra, because one of the actors who was on this recent episode of Endeavor was, gosh, I can't remember his name now, but he plays Horatio in Hamlet, and he's in the Toby Stephens 12th Night. He plays Antonio.
Yes.
He's our gay best friend.
Yeah, everybody's gay best friend. I love that guy.
Best friend. He was in this episode, and I was like, it's him. That's your opinion on Hamlet. What about 1999's A Midsummer Night's Dream, which I used to own on DVD for no apparent reason?
Okay, is that
Michelle Pfeiffer,
the one with Kevin Kline and Michelle Pfeiffer?
Kevin Kline, Rupert Everett, Stanley Tucci, Christian Bale, Anna Friel.
Wow.
My opinion on it is that it's
Sam Rockwell.
It's kind of a mess.
Yes,
but
correct.
It's like, one, it's a well-meaning mess. It's a deeply uncynical and well-meaning mess. Also, I like some of the casting choices are like very stupid, but they're so dumb they come back around to working for me. Like, it's mostly Stanley Tucci. I can't say no to Stanley Tucci. I simply cannot.
Fair.
Stanley Tucci as Puck is incredibly weird.
Stanley
it somehow makes it work.
It's so bizarre. It should not work at all. And
it doesn't really, but it kind of does.
No, my opinion on that version of Midsummer is that we have got to stop showing it to high school kids. Like, it's an objectively like a fairly terrible adaptation of Midsummer Night's Dream. It's also hilarious as a cultural artifact of the time. That's what I'm gonna go with.
This is what I kind of miss is like mid-budget Shakespeare adaptations, because it's truly
where you
just like
you just shove a bunch of famous people in there because like they want to do it because they're all actors, they like Shakespeare.
Yeah,
are any of them good at it? Well, that's a toss-up. And they're almost always done by people who have no concept of how to direct Shakespeare. I feel like is the other problem.
Yes, it's not. It's not having recently done a Midsummer Night's Dream production that I flatter myself was actually funny.
Yeah.
And also having finally seen a production a few years ago of Midsummer Night's Dream that was actually funny. I feel like this movie influenced my opinion that I have for a long time, where I was like, we need to stop doing this play because I don't think it's funny. I've never seen a single funny production of this alleged comedy. And now I read it and I see, and I'm like, this is a very funny play, actually. It's just that nobody fucking does it right.
It's just
sometimes.
that nobody knows what to do with it. Everybody just sort of sits there like staring at it and is like, maybe we'll do this. And I'm like, stop.
Because it's so done, they just assume, like, we know what we're doing. It's Midsummer. We'll just do Midsummer Night's Dream instead of actually reading the text afresh.
Yeah.
What other white wacko shit am I putting on here? Didn't realize that October Sky came out in 1999, a movie that made me gay.
Yep.
I can't really articulate
Fair.
exactly why, but like I genuinely trace some
Because
like
young
gay
Jake
awakening
Gyllenhaal in that
shit.
movie is a lesbian.
Also, like the teacher. I was
Also, Laura Dern is the teacher.
Yeah, it's Laura Dern, and like I don't know. I just remember I remember really distinctly watching October Sky and being like, I am having a very different experience watching this movie than my peers are, and I don't know why, but I am having a very different experience watching this.
Happy Pride.
And yeah, happy Pride, everyone. I love being transgender.
That was one of those movies that I inexplicably had on VHS because I think my grandfather had it on VHS.
Sick.
And so we like got all of his VHS tapes and he just had like October Sky. It was never a favorite of mine, but it's definitely, you know, it's got that kind of Oscar bait feel, nice mid-budget feel to it. Chris Cooper's there, can't complain.
I love Chris. He might be one of my favorite film actors, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he just like drastically improves every single movie he's in. H, you are making a face. You good, fam?
This looks like maybe Helena's looking something up.
Oh, or is this the I can't hear you all of the sudden?
It might be that also.
We fixed it.
What the fuck were we just talking about?
You said you were going to hold on to a thought. We were talking about October Sky, and then...
Yeah, and you were going to say something, and we were talking about Midsummer, too, and I think I interrupted you. Do you remember?
Oh, no, I was just saying, basically, what I was agreeing with what you guys were saying, in that, like, I think Midsummer is funny, but it's one of those plays, like Hamlet or Twelfth Night or whatever, that, like, people just do that play over and over and over again and never, like, think about the fact that they're doing that play.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I think it's always really funny when people do movie adaptations that are, like, full of famous people, and alternatively, like, She's the Man level of Shakespeare adaptations. I think that shit's hilarious, and I love it. I think we should start doing those again, because I love She's the Man. I think that movie's dumb as shit, and I love it.
Well, I mean, you know what else came out this year, of course. It's a perfect segue, is 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah. That is also what I was thinking about, is 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah.
Which I like better than the play...
I'm sorry, the only version of Taming of the Shrew that I enjoy.
Yep,
yeah,
agreed.
For real.
Maybe Kiss Me Kate, but not even really.
Yeah.
There's a couple of good songs in Kiss Me Kate, and the rest of it is just kind of like...
Nah. Yeah.
This list of people... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Nope. Go ahead.
This list of actor debuts is unhinged.
Pretty insane.
It's wild!
And that's not even all of it. That's just the ones where I was like, oh, I like this person.
It's crazy looking at this list, because I looked at it and I'm like, how is so many of these people, one, there's a few that I'm like, I swear you would have started working earlier, and a lot that I'm like, I would have sworn you started working like 5 to 10 years later. Like, you seem like you're too young to be on this list.
Yeah.
Like,
Regina Hall was one where I was like, are you sure that she wasn't working before then? And like,
or Idris Elba,
Hugh Jackman. He was doing just theater, I guess.
Well,
before
yeah,
then.
he was doing just theater, so that makes I'll like buy that for $1. But
Justin
like Brie Larson, Justin Long, Peter Serafinowicz. His first movie was Phantom Menace. What?
He's Santa King. It's so great. Imagine this is like the whole like, Kyle MacLachlan movies. Like his debut film was Dune kind of situation, where it's like Peter Serafinowicz. Imagine you're Peter Serafinowicz. You're like 7 feet tall. You've got such a face, and your first film is voicing Darth Maul. For like one line. He's got one motherfucking line in the whole movie.
And then never doing Darth Maul ever again, because they get a different dude to do the voice of Darth Maul later.
Yeah. But he speaks fondly of that time.
Insane to me.
More than many people who worked on Phantom Menace can say. So rock on, King.
Simon Pegg.
Yeah,
one that
that's nuts. I'm always like, what do you mean Simon Pegg's? That was Simon Pegg's film debut.
Melissa McCarthy.
I realized
Michael B. Jordan, Zooey Deschanel.
Justin Long on this list, I realized that I have completely replaced mentally Justin Long with the guy from Dimension 20.
Scream.
Like, Zach, in my head, he has totally... in every single person that was every single role that was ever played by Justin Long, my brain has for some reason gone in and photoshopped Zach from Dimension 20. I think they look like they look like the same person to me.
That's very funny.
They're not. And they don't even look that much alike, but for whatever reason, it's like, I don't know.
I really want Galaxy Quest, but with the cast of Dimension 20.
Yeah.
Right now.
Fund that immediately.
Can I just say something? Justin Long, Galaxy Quest. Excellent work.
Yeah. I mean, Galaxy Quest is excellent work, let's be honest.
Galaxy Quest is actually the film debut of two people, Justin Long and Rainn Wilson, actually. From The Office. Who plays one of the aliens.
Interesting.
Bananas Foster.
Yeah. It's starting careers left, right, and center is what it's doing.
Yeah. Amy Adams is one that is interesting to me.
My boyfriend, Jay
Melissa
Baruchel.
McCarthy. Yeah, I was going to say, that's another one.
When are we getting together to watch Goon 2?
What?
I know.
Have you ever seen Goon?
No.
It's the hockey movie, yeah?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but the moment you said the hockey movie, I'm like, yes, no.
There's a very short list of sports movies that I love, and it's like...
Goon.
Goon is on there.
I mean, I love hockey.
With Sean William Scott, who also had his film debut this year.
I
believe in American Pie, which is really funny because I just watched him get beheaded in Final Destination the other day, which is only a year later.
Wild.
I feel like American Pie is another one of those short. Where... Yeah.
Yeah. Ended or started many film careers.
One time when I was at summer camp, one of my camp counselors had to explain the joke about band kids from American Pie.
I'm so sorry.
Because I had never heard that joke, and they made a joke about band kids, and I asked what instrument they played, because I thought they were talking about being in band.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Innocence killed.
Yeah. I've never seen American Pie, so depending on how old you were, I wouldn't have known either. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, you can only have so much room in your heart for so many teen sex comedies. Obviously, the one that has the most room in my heart is Trojan War, which came out several years before, so therefore cannot be usurped.
Wins.
Wins. Yep.
Also, I'm not a teen anymore, so once again, it's one of those things where, if I... it would have to be... I would have already to have seen...
I'll watch adult sex comedies.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't really need to watch teen sex comedies.
If I have not already seen a particular teen sex comedy, I think I'm just not really into it anymore. Yeah.
I don't think I really liked teen sex comedies when I was a teen.
Yeah.
Just didn't really do it for me. I think they're kind of relentlessly heterosexual, many of them.
That too.
In a way that I was like, not all of them.
Hi, but I'm a cheerleader.
Hello, but I'm a cheerleader.
My beloved.
Which
kind of a sex comedy.
I was gonna say it's not really a fully sex
parody of a sex comedy.
Right. Yeah. It's a little different, but still, I wanted to bring it up because it also came out in 99.
One for the queers.
Such a good movie.
Fucking Cruel Intentions. Wow.
Cruel Intentions. Teen sex comedy, not quite. We need those dangerous liaisons.
Teen sex comedy, parenthetical threat.
Yeah.
The teens were dying in the 90s for dangerous liaisons adaptations, as we all know.
Apparently.
Speaking of sex comedies, Austin Powers.
A movie that I still have never seen and feel obligated to.
Yeah, me neither, but I do want to see it, actually.
So stupid, but yet it works.
I love a stupid movie.
Kind of.
I cannot believe The Talented Mr. Ripley came out this year. That's what I saw on the list, and I was like, what the fuck?
That's insane.
That's what I feel like either came out, slightly more or slightly after. There's something about being right in 99 that doesn't feel right, and I don't know why.
That's one of those movies that I watched in a friend's basement Like, when
That's
we
the only
were
correct way to watch that.
This was like way before we probably should have been watching that movie, and yet another movie where I was like, this is making me feel some stuff that I don't understand.
I do not have words for this yet.
You know, Tom Ripley felt the same way.
I know. I was like, hey, at least I didn't kill anyone about it.
True. Big win.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Jude Law in that movie. Wow.
90s Jude Law, man. 90s Jude Law is like weaponized levels of hot.
Matt Damon meets this man and is like, I'm going to kill you and subsume your identity. And you're like, I kind of get it. I
almost understand.
I kind of get it. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna...
Like, a little extreme still. Like, I don't think I would go that far. But, like, I understand why you did.
Yes.
Helena, you've never seen Boondock Saints?
No, I've seen Boondock Saints. I just don't like it.
For some reason, I thought I couldn't tell if the parentheses were you hadn't seen it
Is that what you
didn't like it.
No, I just didn't like it. No,
That's
this list of movies on the first list is ones that, like, I've seen, but I don't care for. Like,
oh, that's legit.
The Green Mile, which is fine. American Beauty, which is annoying with some good performances in it. Stuart Little, which I used to own on DVD. Stuart Little.
I used to own on VHS.
Rock on, brother. The Boondock Saints, which has an insane Willem Dafoe performance, but that's not enough to save it.
No.
Bicentennial Man. Fantasia 2000, which is fine. I just don't have a lot to say about it. I like the Rhapsody in Blue sequence.
It has, like, parts of it that I really like, but it's, like, it feels weird as a, like, overall. Anywho.
Yeah. And Inspector Gadget. And also the movie...
Helena,
Fairies.
You put your fingers like this together, and somehow I instinctively understood that meant that you were about to talk about Inspector Gadget, and I don't know why.
That's my let's talk about this Matthew Broderick film pose.
I never want to think about Inspector Gadget ever again.
No,
I
saw that possibly when it came out.
Yeah. And then you
guys were talking about the Inspector Gadget movie last episode.
Yeah, so we don't need to go hash this out again.
We do not need to. Moving right along.
But another movie that I saw that I have to mention it because it's one of my most liked reviews on Letterboxd is this movie Fairies, which is not a movie that like I feel like many people have seen. It's a really random bad movie from the 90s. Like, I feel like a direct to VHS movie. Jeremy Irons is in it though, and he plays like the bad fairy. Kate Winslet is also in it doing some voice work as like this. It's like these two kids go to like a farm. It's like one of those situations where like, let's send these British kids off to live with people who are not their parents. And you're like, I guess this has something to do with being English. You know how you think that when you're an American kid and you think the English are weird? And they go to live on this farm. And you're right. And they go to live on this little house in the woods with Kate Winslet, who's like, I own this cabin or whatever. And then the kids find this entrance to Fairyland, and then the Prince of the Fairies.
Familiar.
I thought
we have absolutely talked about this movie on the show before.
Okay, that's
probably.
Because I've not seen it, but I was like, why does this sound familiar? And I looked at the cover and I was like, because I've Googled this movie before while we were talking about it on the show.
Yes.
We've been making the show for a long time, haven't we?
It's a show...
3.5 years.
Wild.
3.5 years?
4.5 years.
4.5 years?
Fuck off. That's insane.
Anywho.
Yeah. It's a weird one. And my Letterboxd review is just my honest opinion of it, which is like, this is one of those movies that like I thought I hallucinated it. And then I forgot about it. And then you see it, the poster again randomly online. You're like, that's a real movie that I watched as a child. As somebody put that in front of my eyes as a kid. Yeah.
I regret to inform everyone that apparently I have to watch the Dudley Do-Right movie from 1999 because Alfred Molina is in it. And,
no, Z!
It's been fun, everybody. Bye.
It's a bad film, Z.
I don't doubt that.
As a Brendan Fraser fan and a Canadian.
I don't doubt for a second that it's fucking terrible.
Just watch.
Specific.
Just watch Due South, right?
Okay.
Get your due self. Get your due self.
I at least have to look up Alfred Molina in this movie because I need to know what's happening here.
When I was researching 99, by the way, I did see that Due South ended in 99, which is so whack to me because then it's like, okay, Slings and Arrows premiered in 2003. For some reason in my mind, I was like, for Paul Gross's career, I for some reason thought that the span in between Due South and Slings and Arrows was much wider, but no, it was just 4 years. I'm ready to go into this new role. I'm done playing a Mountie.
I really thought that it would Due South on DVD. Yeah. I found it. I got it like for some insane deal, and it's the whole thing. And I saw it, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll buy the entirety of Due South on DVD.
Porque no?
Why not?
Between you and me, we can finish out Paul Gross's entire television career.
And that's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
And that's beautiful. And not like Different to Right, which is not a movie that...
Okay. I feel like a special shout out to fucking the 1999 Sleepy Hollow that I watch every single year.
Yeah. That was another one where I was like, that was 99? Weird.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been a little bit later, but...
there's
kind of the period between 99 and like 2004 that's kind of like I don't know.
That movie Sleepy Hollow 1999 prefigures the like Hot Topic turn from like black metal goth to like Victorian gothic goth in a really interesting way. Like that movie, you can smell the like fake cameo chokers coming off of that movie, and I say this with love.
When you're right, you're right.
Oh boy,
that's the kind of incisive cultural commentary you come to this podcast for.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh man.
Also, once again, shout out to my beloved mom for being like, you can't shop at Hot Topic because she thought if I became goth, I would get bad grades.
I mean, that's a refreshing reason. It was like one of the only. It was like one of the only stores that I would willingly shop at as a kid, so my mom had like no choice. I was like, absolutely I only want Green Day armbands and Corpse Bride t-shirts. That is my personality as a 12-year-old, and she was like, I can't do anything about this now. I'll wait till you find yourself cringe in 4 years, and then I did.
Now I bet you wish you still had the Green Day armbands.
I know it's come back around. I was caught between the Hot Topic and the PacSun, which is like two extreme different sides of the coin. But
what?
Yeah.
God, the weird like dissemination of like California surfer prep from when we were like middle school and early high school is just so fucking bizarre.
Yeah. Every teenager in these movies...
It's like the worst version of everyone suddenly being obsessed with the Beach Boys, and the Beach Boys aren't even that good.
Hey.
We can agree to disagree on that one.
That style is kind of like how Sean William Scott just like dresses in every movie that he's in, is that California, like, I'm on a beach, but I'm not on a beach, Sean, but I'm on a beach.
I wonder if that's, like... I wonder how much that's true if you grew up, like, on the East Coast. That's something that I feel like I always, like, I want a perspective on, like, the comparable teenage culture if you grew up in, like, Philly or some shit.
This is something we should be asking Amanda about.
Yeah, okay, let's get Amanda on the show and interrogate her about, at some point let's get her on the show and interrogate her about what it was like to grow up on the East Coast in the comparable time frame, because I have to know if the, like, Hollister shit, like, was that, because that's such a West Coast vibe. Like there are beaches. There are beaches all up and down the East Coast, but East Coast beach culture is so different than West Coast beach culture. Like, beach bums don't exist in the same way. And, like...
At least not in the northern part.
At least definitely not in the northern part. Also, I know absolutely fuck all about, like, Virginia. I will freely admit that. I don't know. I know I fuck all about, what it's like to live in South Carolina. I would imagine you have, like, a beach bum version, but it's, like, it's a regionalism. Like, it's regionally inflicted, I have to imagine. inflected.
It's not
Inflected is the word that I'm looking
dissimilar
for.
from California.
That's fair. Wonder if like the interesting. Anyway, that's a sociological discussion.
What are some other movies we haven't talked about here? Like I'm looking at Blair Witch Project.
I was gonna say
that fucked me up. I thought Blair Witch Project came out way later than 1999.
That was one of the ones that I knew was 99, along with like Fight Club, The Matrix, The Mummy,
fucking
stuff
Fight
like that.
Club,
Notting
movies
Hill.
Movies that I like that made me who I am. They came out in 99.
The rough thing about Fight Club is that it's...
You can't talk about Fight Club?
It's good. I hate talking about the fact that I like Fight Club, but I like Fight Club.
Fight Club's a good movie, yeah.
Notting Hill is my nemesis, kind of like low key, because like it's everybody's favorite Hugh Grant romantic comedy except for
so wrong.
mine. And everyone's like, yeah, Notting Hill is a superior Hugh Grant romantic comedy, and I'm like, 4 Weddings and a Funeral, and they're like, no, you're wrong, and I'm like, you're an idiot. What?
4 Weddings and a Funeral is like head and shoulders better than Notting Hill.
It's just because it has Julia Roberts in it. It came out in 99. It's the one people remember. It's not an ensemble comedy. It's not like super weirdly British, but just British enough. You know, it's like one of those movies. And
Notting Hill
was
so transparently made for export, and I hate it.
It has that one line that everybody likes, which is like, I'm just a girl standing in front of a guy, blah, 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 asking him to blah, 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 blah. That I see parodied in like every single movie and television show I've ever watched in my life. And I'm like, why are we obsessed with this line? But I get confused with the line from Jerry Maguire, which is not the same line, but it's like one of those lines, again, that's like parodied all the time. And you're just like, why this obsession with this movie? I understand it's a nice concept. It's a very romance novel concept. You know, like Hugh Grant runs a bookstore, movie star who looks like Julia Roberts, meets and falls in love with him. I get it. His roommate is Rhys Ifans. I get it. Like, that's the way that this works. But
okay,
sure.
Before we go out talking about movies that are objectively an abomination...
Please, Ezra, take it away.
Okay, so the thing that I'm about to confess here is that I have seen Wild Wild West. A thing and that no one should do. Do not watch this movie. Like,
and I knew you had.
Unless you're really like. The thing is like, on the one hand, like, for your own safety, do not watch this movie. Also, like, maybe do get a little drunk and watch this movie just for, like, sheer balls to the wall bizarre value. Like, it's bad. It's incredibly bad. It's poorly executed. It's absolutely bug nuts insane. Nothing fucking makes any sense in that movie. And for just pure, unadulterated bullshit originality, I remember laughing at it. Like, not with it, but at it.
At it. A key difference.
It's also it's just unhinged. And I think watching it, it's like you sit there and you're thinking, like, a lot of times I can at least try to understand how a group of people would get to the point that they would make certain creative decisions about a movie. I have no fucking idea what these people were up to, and for once, I don't want them to share. Like, whatever strain of weed that is, keep that shit away from me.
Now, Ezra, the thing that you should know about my the way that I think of you, affectionate, is that I was looking at movies that came out in 1999. And I was like, I haven't seen this. I haven't seen Wild Wild West. Kevin Kline and Kenneth Branagh in Wild Wild West. I bet Ezra's seen Wild Wild West. That's why I asked. And I'm so very glad that I was correct.
Correct.
Just and that you can share this. Undergoing the mortifying ordeal of being known on this podcast by two of my favorite people in the world.
That's love, baby.
It's the prequel in many ways to Road to El Dorado in that sense.
I'm gonna eat my computer.
No.
That's quite a statement.
I'm opening my mouth to take a bite out of my laptop.
Wow, rest in pieces. I cannot imagine that's gonna be comfortable.
No, probably not. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what the equivalent. I mean, I feel like there are equivalents to that level of just like total bullshit nonsense movie, but I feel like a lot of the movies that are comparable levels of bullshit nonsense, like the people who are making them like intend them to be bullshit nonsense that is just like easily digestible, that people will just like pack however many people in their family into their car to just go see on a weekend because it's hot and you want to sit somewhere air conditioned and like go to the movies, which fine, great. I don't think that movie like set out to be terrible.
It's always hard.
I don't know
that.
what they were
Hoping for
trying
the
to
best.
achieve,
Yeah,
but I don't think they achieved it.
that's rough.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
I don't even
Yeah.
remember why I like, and now I wish I could remember the context in which I originally saw that movie because I have no clue.
You blocked it out.
Yeah, it
I
is
have
a mystery.
I have deleted large swaths of that movie. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, the thing that I really like, I mean, I know that we've kind of been harping on this a little bit on this show for a few episodes, but like the thing I really like about this list of movies is that there's a really good combination of stuff here of like big budget action movies, mid budget comedies, romantic comedies, Oscar movies, and like stoner comedies and works by modern auteurs like Sofia Coppola and Cronenberg and Jim Jarmusch and like all of these like big beginnings for a lot of young stars that I feel like it's the variety, like bad or good, like it's the variety that I really like about that. And I feel like that's part of the reason. Like, I don't even know what was going on that led to this confluence. Maybe the book explains it. Like, I don't really know what happened prior to this that led to this huge confluence of all of these movies coming out at the same year. But
I think part of it. Sorry,
Go
finish
ahead.
your thought.
No, that's kind of the end of it.
This is maybe a reach. I think part of it was year 2000 is coming, and we're not really sure what that is going to bring. Like, there's on some level, like Y2K was a like, I doubt that it's really going to be a thing. But I wonder if part of it is like end of the 20th century. Like, what can we put together? Because a lot of it was beginnings for a lot of new actors. A lot of it's beginnings for like series also.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true.
We've got or like I don't know. There's a lot of like new interesting twists here. And I wonder if part of it is like, I don't know, it's the end of the 21st century or the 20th century, like, can we take a chance with something? Once again, that might be a bit of a stretch, and I really should, like I said, I moved recently, so I don't know where that book is. Ugh. But I really want to dig that up and read through it and see, like, what do they think about what could have caused that.
Yeah. I mean, I know that it's kind of like hard as a film historian to exactly pinpoint the general feeling of like cultural influence that is in many
Right.
ways after the fact, like looking back on it, we're able to look back and look at 1999 now and go, wow, that was a huge year. And maybe there wasn't anything. It just like happened that way. And that's how history
Yeah.
works. But like,
Yeah.
it's
Especially in
definitely
media.
interesting.
You never know.
Yeah. I mean, The West Wing premiered this year.
Damn.
What the heck?
I feel like that's the thing about movies is like you really never know what's gonna stick around.
Yep.
Truly, it's so hard. Even stuff where you go, oh, instant classic or whatever. Like, is it though?
I mean, how many times have we done an Oscars episode and looked back and be like, things that were winning this year, things that like,
Yeah,
have
you're like,
just
huh?
ceased
What?
to matter?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, like American Beauty, which won so many awards
yeah. That was like,
this year. It was a big movie, and it's mostly regarded by a lot of people with embarrassment now, mostly because like Kevin Spacey's involvement and just like
Yeah.
you know, do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Like I only hear that as like a meme and a joke now.
yeah, that's true.
And it's I mean, there's like Annette Bening is good in it, Thora Birch is good in it, Mina Suvari is good in it. It's just like that movie was such a huge thing when it came out and won and like swept so many awards.
God, you know what's different year, but you know what movie that has a similar vibe for me? The fucking English Patient. That movie is so
a movie
boring.
which
Thank
you.
It's so
I find
boring.
pros about that movie. Ralph Fiennes is very hot in it.
He's very hot.
Juliette Binoche is very hot in it. Kristen Scott Thomas is very hot in it. The actor who plays Inspector Lewis is in it. Positive. The actor who plays Saeed from Lost is in it. Positive. Colin Firth, positive. Willem Dafoe, weirdly hot in it. I'm going to count that as a plus. Anything about the plot has been completely lost to time in terms of my brain because I was just like, I cannot stay awake for this. If they're not having sex, I'm not interested.
Confession, I don't particularly care for Juliette Binoche in that movie.
Fair enough.
And I think it's rough because she looks almost identical to Kristen Scott Thomas, who is a drastically better actor. And so it's really hard to watch all the parts with Juliette Binoche in there. But I kept being like, okay, but can you just have Kristen Scott Thomas do this?
She's a different actor. I mean, Juliette Binoche is very French. She has a very French approach to it. She's very French,
and I think honest to God, I think I just don't have a great deal of appreciation for that, which probably makes me a Philistine or whatever, but I'm making this podcast for free.
If there's anyone we're allowed to make fun of, it's
I don't get paid to do this shit, and I don't have a degree in it.
That's right. Just briefly, right before we close up, I wanted to look at thinking of, like, what has continued to pass on. I'm like, God, what were the highest grossing films this year?
Yes.
And it's Star Wars, unsurprisingly, Phantom Menace.
Fair.
At, like, 920 mil, and then, like,
so much money, Grace.
250 mil below for number 2 is 6 Cents.
Wow.
And then 150 mil under that is Toy Story 2, and then from there it's all kind of close together, but it's like, wow, those are some big gaps in there.
Yeah.
And then it's Matrix, Tarzan, The Mummy, Notting Hill, The World Is Not Enough. Which, man, speaking of movies that I've not passed on, American Beauty and Austin Powers at number 10.
Yeah, I know, that's right.
Yeah, so, like, man, what a collection of, like, some movies that have really continued to, like, make a cultural... Where was that sentence going? Have continued to be cultural touchstones, and then some stuff that's, like...
So, like, what a spread, though. Like, in terms of kinds of movies and, like, who those movies appeal to and all this stuff. Like...
And really a game changer for M. Night Shyamalan, too, because, like, that was his second movie, I want to say. And it was such a huge hit that, like, and he made it for kind of not that much money.
Yeah.
That, like, pretty much ever since, everyone's always like, why is M. Night Shyamalan making so many movies? It's like, he doesn't use that much money. Like, he does these kind of, like, kind of low-budget movies. He funds them himself because he has all of this fucking money from 6 Cents.
And he like, never would... He just, like, doesn't need to work ever again if he doesn't want to. He
got $672 million.
Yeah. Like, that's an absolutely unhinged return on the amount that I guarantee you it took to make the 6 Cents. That's just box office. That's
in the US.
Because
it's not that, it's, like, not that fancy of a movie. Like, he does a lot with very little, and he's continued to do that ever since. So that's why he makes all these movies.
Right up until the Margaritaville that makes you old.
Go ahead. Yeah. And past that to Knock at the Cabin. And
I forgot about... I wish I understood I need to look up what the hell the plot of the Cabin movie is, because I'm just like, what? I was watching a trailer for that, and I was like, what?
Yeah. I liked it. It was enjoyable.
Yeah, cool. Nice.
I've heard some good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm probably not ever going to watch it, so I'll just spoil myself for it, mostly because I'm just curious enough that I want to know what the fuck the plot of that movie is.
Yeah. I think there's some other movies of his that I would prefer to watch first, that I'm more interested in, but that's neither here nor there. Anywho, I don't know. What an interesting year. I'm excited to read that book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, 1999 was a weird year, like...
Yeah. I was 6.
Yeah. I don't remember being 6 very well.
No.
I guess I would have been in, like, first grade, I guess. Yeah, I would have been starting first grade, because I was 8. No, second grade? Maybe second grade.
I was starting first grade that year.
Yeah, so I would have been starting
I'm one of the, like, always the youngest kids in the grade. So
yeah, and
second
I
grade
was on
would
the
make
old
sense.
end. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I was second grade. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have glasses yet,
Oh, that's insane.
and that
I
says
didn't have
something, I
contact
think.
lenses yet.
Rip to
Yeah.
Tiny Matthew.
I was I think a year or two away from glasses. I had glasses pretty early on too.
Yeah, I got glasses at the end of second grade.
Yeah.
So I was about a year out.
Wild.
But
Yeah.
that was second grade was the year that they were like, hi, your kid can't see dick. We have to put them at the front of the class, and they still can't read what's on the board. And both my parents, neither of whom could see very well, are like, well, this is not shocking.
It's like, looks at each other like, well,
Yeah.
oops.
I was one of the
me-
kids that they gave me glasses, and I was like, oh shit, trees have leaves? And it's like,
Not great. Yeah, I remember the first time I wore contact lenses, I was like, this is how you guys live? For real?
wow, crazy out
It's
here.
a wild experience.
Yeah, no kidding.
I have a very distinct memory of, like, we had a sink in our 5th grade class, like, where we could, pour water to take our fluoride with or whatever. I don't know what the fuck it was there for. But
Or painting or whatever.
Or painting. And I have a distinct memory of, like, getting a contact lens fucked up in my eye and having to, like, stand over the sink in 5th grade and be like, fuck my eyes.
You had contact
Terrifying.
lenses
Yeah.
in 5th grade?
Yeah, they gave a
Fifth
fifth
grade.
grader contact lenses?
Well, I mean,
I
to be
couldn't-
fair, I think Amanda had contacts in 4th grade.
Damn,
Yeah.
okay. I
Well,
really
and
didn't
my-
think they did that.
And
I
my
just didn't
eyesight
want
was
them.
not. I'm farsighted. No, I'm nearsighted. But it was not bad enough, like in Maddie's situation, where like I couldn't like see completely. It was just like I have some issues, and I did a lot of reading, so that they were like got me reading glasses, and they were like, "Oh
okay.
no, it's worse." So
Yeah.
we need to give you contact lenses.
Glasses.
Yeah.
Anyway, neither here nor there.
Yeah. Anywho, enough about our vision.
Yeah.
1999. What a year.
What are your?
Yeah,
Maddie, you
wow,
got
I guess that
glasses?
means I made it through the entire 20th century without glasses. That was a 21st century
did.
uniqueness. Wow.
Yeah. Did you have glasses when you saw Phantom Menace in theaters?
I guess I wouldn't have. That was a summer movie.
Wow, what
Yeah.
a way to experience Phantom Menace.
Oh, man.
I remember like being able to see it decently.
Yeah.
But I
Well-
do remember having to sit really close to the front. And I thought looking at that memory, I'm like, oh, like there must just not have been a lot of seats.
No.
My dad likes getting to the movie theater early. There's no way we got there late. That is absolutely, my dad had to sit close to the front because I couldn't see!
just pod racing like right in the front of your fucking face.
Yeah,
Tiny
that's what I
6-year-old.
remember!
Wow. We've uncovered something today.
Shout out to my dad. Thank you for
Happy
That's
belated
so
Father's Day
funny.
to your dad.
to my dad. Yep.
This is the alternate version of when I, for some reason, dragged my father to see, of all movies, The Wife in 2018 with Glenn Close, because I was like, I have to finish my Oscar stretch. And he was like, I'll come with you, I guess.
Fair
And
enough.
we got there late, and it was assigned seating. We went to the Fox Tower and sat in the front row for The Wife, which is not a movie
Woof.
that like is exciting in any row that you're in, but especially not the front row. You're just seeing Glenn Close huge, which is like cool, but very weird. It's not like seeing pod racing huge.
No. When you're 6, which is a whole
Jar Jar
other...
Binks. Huge
Yeah.
Jar Jar
Oh,
Binks straight
God.
up in your face.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Mm.
Now I understand.
Yeah. Explains a lot. I will also say, speaking of my dad and Father's Day, my dad and I watched Matrix Reloaded on Father's Day, which was like, what a
Hell
gift to
yeah.
give to him, huh?
Aw.
But to be fair, he's the one who was like, I want to watch Matrix 2 specifically, and I was like, hell yeah, man, whatever you want.
My dad and I used to see movies together for Father's Day, and the only two that I remember seeing distinctly are Atlantis: The Lost Empire and Big Fat Liar.
Okay.
So I guess I chose the movie
Wow.
both times.
Yeah.
What
That's
a comparison
yeah.
of movies. Blue movies, I would say
Yeah,
specifically.
lot of blue going
Very
on there.
blue
Yeah.
movies.
Hmm.
Blue was definitely a theme.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Funny considering you're wearing a blue shirt today. Anyway.
It's my favorite color for many years.
Do you want to get us out of here?
Yeah, let's. All right. Let's
You want to free us from our sins?
Yeah, fucking free us.
Find
I've
the
never.
fucking plot.
Yeah. That ship has come fucking sailed. Anyway, Thanks for hanging out with us here on Sneople at the Movies from the Infinity Break Network. Check out infinitybreak.net for more awesome content, and come hit us up on Twitter at people_snake, or shoot us an email at sneopleatthemovies@gmail.com. Our amazing music was done by Johnny Ronaldo, who you can find at Johnny Ronaldo on Twitter. Our super snazzy logo was designed by Bethany Luthold. Check her out at bethanyluthold.wixsite.com. If you've got a subject you want to hear us talk about, a movie you think we absolutely need to see, or have an essay to share about why you miss VHS tapes, come say hello. Also, if you can, please leave a review on iTunes and share the show with any friends you think would enjoy it. Any way you can spread the news helps us so much, and we really appreciate it. As always, thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the movies.
Rock on, brother.